too. It's very easy to set up. This isn't a paid promotion.
I think this stage of life, man, I need a hammock just to kind of hold me there, to be honest.
you need a personal masseuse bud to come on and then crack the bones, you know.
There we go. That's what I need.
Next TDeFi summit will be done from a massage table
I think that sounds
at
great.
a spa that Gorath will be bankrolling out in Dubai.
I'm down for that, bro. I'm down for that.
Yes.
All right.
All
cool.
right.
So we're live.
Yeah, I think we have a list of questions here that we just wanted to give you guys the opportunity to answer because you guys were limited to 15 minutes, obviously. So I appreciate you guys hanging around to maybe cap off the day. An amazing day here at the TDeFi Day 3 Virtual Summit. This is session 2. And make sure if everyone's watching, do make sure to hit that subscribe button and like button. Tomorrow is going to be an amazing day. We're going to be starting off with a general partner at MetaChange Capital to do our morning intro that we've been doing for the last 3 days. That'll be followed up with HXRO. We're going to have 2 amazing incubation projects from our first cohort at TDeFi. It's going to be CashFi, which is Cash's DeFi product that's upcoming, and DFIN, DFYN. We're also going to have the CEO of Sora coming on, who has an amazing ecosystem that PokeSwap is being built on. Nice. So that'll be another keynote speech as well. So that's going to be pretty exciting. But for today, we are joined by B21. And we're going to be, if you guys want to, you can go back and look at B21's presentation. It'll be up on the Trade Dog website later today. If you don't want to wait, I'm pretty sure you can go over to my Telegram channel. There's a link to it directly. I know the guys are taking a little bit of time to get it up, but I wanted to just ask you these few questions that the community had asked to get your take from it. So the first person asks, how do you plan to capture market and existing players like Polymarket into your predictions? I think that's where we left off when we were last discussing. So why don't you go ahead and take that?
Oh, I think that was finance vote, Matt. I think you need to scroll back.
Is that finance vote? Yeah. Yeah,
Day's getting long.
I knew that question sounded familiar. I was like, why does that question sound familiar? Is your token launched right now?
Sorry, is that for us?
Yeah,
it's for you. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, the TG has been done, but we have not listed yet. So we are planning to list on December 15th. So on a centralized exchange right now. So that's what our plan is.
Gotcha. Are you guys a part of Delphi Products Labs?
No.
Okay. All right. Are you offering the facility to stake on any DeFi platform?
Yes, I probably will be able to pull up my slide so I can share that. But yes, so what we enable is to stake on all DeFi platforms. So I'll just go back to the same slide. Yes, so we are connecting to all DeFi players so that you can stake. And you can stake single coin or your entire portfolio. And a lot of coins are not all coins are available on single platform. That's why we have to take an approach of integrating with all the platforms.
Awesome. And it looks like we're being joined live by Gorath's Lamp from Dubai. Oh. Hello, can you hear us? I guess not.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can't see my feed if it's.
We can hear you.
Looks like you're showing a lamp right now.
Okay.
Shift to the left a bit more.
Are you about to start off the real fireside chat? Go ahead.
Can the operator please bring my video to spotlight? Because guys, I'm using a phone and Zoom does not at all. Okay, here we are. Good enough. Yeah, thank you. I'll be in those seats pretty soon.
Cool.
I'll fill up the seats in a sec. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, Gorath's been busy all day with meetings and
there we go.
Heading the ship at TDeFi while we're out here in the virtual streets. So we appreciate him and his hard work and now rejoining us.
Yeah. Can you guys see me?
Yes, we can.
Lovely. I don't want to waste any more time on myself. Thank you so much. We already have Eternity people in the town, so they'll be ready to join us. We have quite a few people, funds from Bahrain that will be joining us tomorrow. So we're all set up for tomorrow, I guess.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, it'll be a nice culmination to the week with some of the
Absolutely.
amazing projects pitching and coming on to talk about what's going on in DeFi and the exciting panels that have been happening here at the TDeFi Dubai Summit and Virtual Live Summit hybrid. Okay, so
Today was fun, I guess.
yeah, no, it was a good day.
All good projects.
For sure, absolutely.
Cool.
Did you have any personal questions for B21 before I get to the others?
I've known B21 for a good 2 years now, I guess, more than that.
Oh, wow.
So I don't think I have any questions left, except for the fact, I mean, if time allows me to ask, what are the new developments, Nitin?
So Gaurav,
after we connected last, I guess,
yeah, so
in Singapore consensus.
Yeah. So Gaurav, we have a live product. We actually did a demo. So we didn't do any presentation much, but we did a demo straight. So what we've done is we're live in 66 countries with multiple payment methods, full vision of the product. We are launching now the DeFi version, which means you will be able to invest, you will be able to stake all your portfolio on multiple exchanges in one click. So making it very easy for anyone to invest in. So we're just coming out of beta. We have active users right now. We've grown organically. We have close to around 5,000 users already using the app. We've been around for 3.5 months in the live. So that's the growth which has happened. We've just now launched a card, which is a crypto linked card, which means you can sell your crypto assets and convert to cash and put it on a card. It is available for Asians. It's a Visa card available for Asians. The most interesting point about is that
UN cards have a very long background.
Yeah, long background, right? So we thought that still nobody is able to solve it for Asia, and we have orders in the magnitude of hundreds of thousands of cards needed in Asia. So we started with the first partnership with which we will be distributing 10,000 cards in Japan, Korea, and Philippines. So that's where we start. So we're working on more, but that's where we start. This why we can order these or offer these cards in Asia is because this is a credit card. It's a credit bin, so you will be able to, and credit line can be given to globally. So this is a differentiation which we are bringing on the table. So with DeFi, with cards, and the active product, we are listing on 15th on a centralized exchange. So that's where we're going. So we have a small round of private sale, which is open still, but what is not sold, we will burn, and we will straight go to the exchange listing on 15th. So in a nutshell, that's about it.
I remember you were about to acquire a bank or do something about it, around it.
Yeah, we are live with the bank. We have a banking so we were acquiring a bank out of Puerto Rico, but it took us a lot of time around reps and warranties. So we decided that we will start our own license. So we got our license. The bank is live. We have active customers globally. We are serving a lot of crypto projects as well. We give out US dollar bank accounts to individuals and businesses, dedicated bank accounts. It's called you can actually check it out. It's called FV Bank. So FinTech Ventures Bank, fvbank.us is the site. It's a banking license out of Puerto Rico with correspondence accounts globally. You get dedicated accounts, not shared or pooled accounts with major players. So yeah, that's live. We've been working hard in building, and all our products are live and gaining traction. We have some major exchanges which are using our banking infrastructure as well, and our banking license as well. And we have some very exciting news coming from the banking side in coming weeks, which I can't talk about right now, unfortunately, but some very exciting news coming from a banking system as well. And if anyone is interested in getting banking for their projects, we are open for business. You can either contact us or go straight to fvbank.us and enroll. So that's also live.
Nice. I'll pass it on to David.
Yeah.
What's the time schedule right now? I mean, are we live with the next
Time's
panel?
yours, Gaurav. No, we're at the end of the day here, and this was just a opportunity to give B21, just some additional time because they were only scheduled for 15 minutes. Give them additional time to get some spotlight and questions. So the time is. I know the guys have been working really hard back in India, and they probably want to go to bed, but as much time as you want to give to this is what we're willing to give. And Ben from Singularity, and that's also coming in now as well.
Great. So are there any questions on the social channels for B21?
I think we pretty much did them, Matt, or was there a couple left?
I think they pretty much got covered.
Lovely. And any questions for Singularity?
Let me scroll back. Abbas, if you can maybe forward them, or hey, Bernie can tell them. Let me just scroll back in the chat.
Yeah, there were some.
Yeah, I have some here. Let me just go through them if you're cool with that, Ben.
Yeah, please.
I think you're muted. I think your microphone's muted. There we go. So some of these questions might have already been asked because I think we were in the middle of them. So someone asked, what kind of AI or machine learning strategies will be implemented through Singularity DAO?
Well, so the Singularity DAO itself places no restriction on that, right? I mean, because the AI agents are separate architecturally. Like the smart contract that rebalances a dataset that will open up a channel with other AI agents that are providing AI services. So we actually want a lot of creativity there in terms of various third parties creating AI. This is the whole point of Singularity Net. It's like an AI marketplace where anyone can put an AI on the platform. So it should be like, let the best AI win, right? I mean, that said, the initial AI we'll put out there is a mix of some reinforcement learning based agents, including some deep reinforcement learning, and then some evolutionary programming. I mean, for those who are into AI algorithms, which is stuff that I'd worked with years ago in a traditional hedge fund context. So I mean, in the end, while these are crypto assets, it's fundamentally the same AI problems as you have in traditional finance. And I mean, there's a long history of using neural evolutionary and other methods in traditional finance, both for prediction and for portfolio management and hedging strategies and so forth.
Absolutely. And someone asked, how will robo-advisors help to earn more?
Well, because they predict what will happen in the future better than people generally will. I mean, particularly, if you're looking at a basket of a whole bunch of lower liquidity altcoins, which is the use case here, I mean, there's a lot of correlations between these different instruments. I mean, of course, everything's correlated to Bitcoin and Ethereum, but there's also subtler correlations between the different instruments. And this is hard for people to think about. And again, I mean, look at like the best earning hedge fund in the history of finance, like Renaissance Technologies Medallion Fund. That's like 35% plus returns annually over 40 years. I mean, this has been an AI driven fund for very, very similar reasons. I mean, AI in finance is not too controversial anymore, I think.
So there's a fund aspect for the governance?
Well, it's not really a fund, right? Because it's all non-custodial. But
Let's call it a membership. Yeah, let's call it a membership fund because
it's not a fund, but from a machine learning aspect, from an AI aspect, it's the same AI problem, right? So whether you have a non-custodial collection of tokens, which is being managed sort of like a managed account for the wallet holder by an AI robo advisor. I mean, whether you had that or you had a hedge fund structure, that's a business difference and it's a software difference, but it's not really an AI prediction algorithm difference, right? It's the problem. You're trying to predict what's going to go up and what's going to go down and what's going to be correlated.
Does it just service that information to the non-custodial holders, or is there like an active investment applied with that?
No, I mean it's just giving information, and then so I mean it's a bit subtle, but I mean all these DeFi things are, right. I mean, so I mean you have the altcoins in your wallet, and you have the ETF denoting the token set in your in your wallet, and then you yourself are doing the rebalancing by buying and selling stuff on dexes. But what you will automatically buy and sell, you've committed to follow the instructions for that portion of your holding. So you've committed to follow the instructions given by the AI robo advisor, right? So, and the smart contract embodies all that. So in traditional finance, it's more like a managed account than like a fund, right? Because it's I mean, from a regulatory standpoint, it's different, but from an AI standpoint, it's exactly the same.
Yeah. Okay. Did David or Gaurav have any questions?
Yeah, I have a question to Ben. So you already have a token in the market, like AGI, right?
Yeah, the AGI token is out there. It's traded on exchanges and on dexes, and more importantly, it's used for buying AI services within our marketplace, which has been operational for a long time now.
So the upcoming would the upcoming token would have any relation, or maybe the present token would have any utility in the protocol, or are they in any sort of or will be used together?
It's different. I mean, I think the token lot AGI is a payment token for AI services in a decentralized marketplace, and these new tokens for Singularity DAO are they're fundamentally different token logic, right? I mean, they're ETFs and they're yield tokens, so they really can't be the same token. The main interaction between is that if the AI services for the Singularity DAO are provided by AI agents running on the Singularity Net platform, I mean, that's a lot of traction, right? That's a lot of usage of the AGI token, and the more usage there is of the AGI token, the more the value is there for the AGI token. So it's a little bit like the relation of all these DeFi projects with Ethereum, right? I mean, the DeFi is just getting a lot of traction on Ethereum, which indirectly has a stimulating effect on Ethereum's value. So I think Singularity DAO will stimulate value for Singularity Net tremendously via driving massive utilization of the token, even though these are different tokens out there.
Ben, can I just complete that answer if you don't mind? Sorry, I'm Marcello and I work with Ben on Singularity DAO. We're also thinking of potential strategies to onboard the Singularity Net existing community by offering AGI token holders some sort of way in order to get a Singularity DAO token. So in a way, the two are not correlated, but we're gonna try to make a connection and a bridge between the Singularity Net community and the
I mean, the Singularity Net community is a big asset here, right? Because we have a lot of people who are enthusiastic about Singularity Net and have been holding the tokens for a long time, or using our AI services, right? So I mean, certainly we want to get those people into the Singularity DAO ecosystem. So yeah, we can design some incentives specifically to reward AGI token holders with a little sweetener for coming into Singularity DAO, which again is psychologically appealing in the early stages, but it's not really a core part of the tokenomic model.
Yeah, that was the reason I asked this, that will the present AGI holders in a way be impacted with the launch of the new token that you are working on?
Yeah, I mean, we've announced this publicly. It's been discussed in our Telegram groups and so forth. But by and large, there's great enthusiasm because, I mean, people know we've launched a great platform, and there's some traction, but the traction is not equal to the quality of the code and the design, right? So if something can get massive traction for the platform, that's certainly for everyone's benefit.
Okay. And what's your plan to have expand your maybe to sell this protocol sell in a way that to bring in retail community for using your DeFi protocol? Because it seems from the presentation that you are more focused on bringing DeFi to the masses.
Well, I think that the banking community and the world. So this is something I was thinking about a lot, like in early 2018, before the whole crypto winter happened. Right? Because I've been based in Hong Kong for 9 years. We know a lot of people in the traditional finance world. So they're thinking like, what would it take for these guys to be able to come into the altcoin market, right? And these guys don't want to screw around with this or that startup. I mean, they don't do early stage in investment. So I think you need to give them an aggregated financial instrument, like an index, right? So I mean, even we have specific dynasets, like token sets that aggregate a bunch of utility tokens, but you could then even have like what I'd call a meta set. It's just like an index of all the dynasets in the system, and then you could hope that like a traditional investment bank they would just come into that index, right? Which is just like a DeFi altcoin index. So I think actually aggregating, setting aside the yield farming and the governance token aspect, which is what's interesting sort of within the crypto investment world, just aggregating a whole bunch of lower liquidity altcoins into a combined instrument like a ETF. I mean, I think that's a necessary step to getting the traditional investment world into the altcoin universe. I mean, that when that will happen, that will need us not to have another lengthy crypto bear market, right? Because these traditional guys don't like volatility. But if the overall crypto market manages to sort of maintain without anything too bad happening, like for the first half of 2021 or something, I could see in the second half of the year you getting more traditional finance guys coming in, and I mean we're very well connected in that space. It's just those guys they're a bit more tentative than the typical DeFi investors.
Wow, we can carry on talking to you all day, Ben. You're
I really
you're a
appreciate
fountain of wisdom. Yeah,
I really appreciate you guys coming on. By the way, I'm a huge fan of Silicon Valley, and I think I recall you with your Sophia episode.
There was some bad parody of me on Silicon Valley. That's right.
It was legendary, my man. I really appreciate you contributing
that was pretty funny. Yeah,
to the tech lore for sure.
Actually, it's a different project, but SingularityNet is now doing a collaboration with Hanson Robotics on a nursing assistant robot named Grace. So we're like rolling out
pretty cool
blockchain powered robots to go into hospitals and take care of old people. So that should get us get us some more parody media coverage and so forth. Anyway.
That's amazing.
It encouraged me to go back and watch some old episodes.
Yeah, I was a little upset with the ending, but what show isn't has the ending that's not upsetting? But I really appreciate you guys coming on. It's been a fantastic cap to the day, getting you to come back on along with B21. And we just want to say thank you from TDeFi. Thank you for everyone watching today. Make sure you subscribe to Trade Dog for the YouTube channel so you can get updates for when we go live tomorrow. As I said, we're going to have opening remarks from the general partners at MetaChange Capital with Nicola Sojano. We're also going to have HXRO, Sora, and PokeSwap, and our two projects coming out of our initial cohort, which will be CashFi and DeFi Network, along with some potential surprises as well. Live from Dubai, along with our investor community. I really appreciate everyone coming by, and we'll see you on the flip.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, we'll also have the CEO of Agora Group, and the main introduction to Nicola is still being the founder of Eternity Chain for opening remarks tomorrow.
Awesome.
Gaurav, have you got any sort of nitbits for tomorrow in terms of what we might have. Have you got some investors coming in for the live event too?
So yeah, we actually had to plan a whole party here just before the event to host some of the people that we weren't able to deny. These are family offices, representative of the royal families here. And David, I know you know that there are a lot of royal families, by the way. First family, second families, well, within the Gulf. So it was really tough to deny. So what we did is, it'll probably be like, it'll be finalized by tomorrow morning, but we'll be having a sort of high tea party. We cannot accommodate people in the room or in the space, and also because the way this event is structured, we have requested them to probably stay around well within the hotel. We'll provide them with meeting rooms and stuff, but they will log in from their own respective systems, and their analysts as well. So we'll have a Zoom call with investors, the qualified ones that our team is working upon, trying to sort out a list as soon as possible. These guys will be live on Zoom with us, while the YouTube feed will still be available for everyone else. And yeah,
Gotcha.
I think that'll be quite an action. I think there would be a few tiny changes within the schedule because of these investors sitting here and their timelines. So we might have to shift a few things here and there, but I mean, we'll announce that in a bit, I guess.
Sounds good. And so maybe you can give a bit of feedback for those people that have kind of been watching for the last couple of days. The type of effort that's gone on in the background. I know it's been a monumental effort from the kind of production team. It's never easy doing these live type of things, and I know these guys have been staying up till crazy o'clock in the morning. There's a big team behind this, and this is pretty tiring for us. So we can only imagine what it's like for them and the stress of doing all this. And also after that, maybe you can give just an idea in terms of the amount of interest from projects through this process that's been really fast tracked. I mean, we've barely done this for more than a week, and I know Rishabh's been quite busy in terms of speaking to these projects. I mean, he's had hardly any sleep. I know most of us haven't, but maybe Rishabh can give some feedback in terms of the amount of interest that we've had from prospective projects that are looking to be part of the second.
I'll take that. I'll begin that from the interest of the community. So all of us, we observed the tremendous interest and price action in a couple of projects that were already trading. So I think that is the biggest sign of the TDeFi or the trade dog community, as always, because people in this space where media is calculated by the number of followers, the number of views, and all of that, usually, and that is how you treat and greet media. In this case, where we are not sort of even coming close to those high numbers, but still the price action is as high as 31% impact within the first 2 hours of Oro Pocket presentation. And because of all the security and compliance guidelines, I really can't quote a number, but a hefty buy pressure on Gather Network, which was also announced within the feed. So that I mean, those are the only two substantial examples that I would want to quote, but because there can be endless discussions about the rest of the impact, but that will still be a point of discussion in the future. But I think those two examples are good enough to for the people to understand the investor community and the kind of shift Trade Dog brings to the markets with their events and media publishings. Coming to the second one, yeah, the team has been working extensively. The point I think we should focus upon is that these guys are not production guys. We keep calling them production teams, but these are analysts. These guys are financial guys. They come from business colleges. They are engineers to code.
Not anymore.
Yeah. So it's about a whole new skill that they've started. They've barely done Zoom. They've barely done all of this because during the pandemic, we were only locked down for 30 days, barely. And we were using Skype extensively because we avoided Zoom for various reasons. And getting to Zoom, taking endless hours of training inside Zoom, all of that, and not coming from that background and still being able to produce a good production-like experience is, I think, really, really commendable. And that too in the middle of the night, not to mention it's winters and they still have to leave back home at that point and bear the changes in cycles. Coming to the third part, I think Rishabh would be the best one to elaborate on what kind of interests have we been getting from the projects. I know just that till the last minute, I mean, right when he was typing on his mobile screen a minute ago, we were still receiving applications. So I'll pass it on to him on that.
So, like substantially speaking, I'll again concise my words. So today there was an invitation, and I've received an interest from a Chinese investor network that wants to connect with that founder. I'll avoid speaking about the name here because for certain reasons I'll have to connect them. I'll be connecting them. This is one of the impact that was created within us. And they have a huge interest from that network. They are really interested in investing in them in whichever capacity they want. And the second is when we talk about ecosystem connect that TDeFi brings in, some of the projects that had their pitches in the first 2 days were connected or have been connected already. They wanted us to connect with those projects for strategic partnerships. They've already started working together and building the ecosystem further. So that's the whole agenda. That was the whole agenda, I think, for bringing the TDeFi together. And I think we are really going at a good speed when we talk about creating strategic partnerships and networks. And talking about the project applications, in the last, even like just half an hour ago, we have received ample applications for the pitch day now. Although it's over now, the pitch day is over, but still, the acceleration program is there. It will be there continuing and assessing these applications, and will be further for the third cohort and the upcoming events that we'll be organizing in the upcoming months. So these applications are from like NFT ventures. After the Pond community pitch, a lot of NFT ventures have applied. There's a great project that has applied, and we'll be talking about it. We'll be talking to the project, assessing them, evaluating them, and then maybe discussing the future synergies with them. So yeah, we have received a great interest from the projects as well as from the investors.
All right, thanks guys. That's a really good synopsis. So yeah, I just wanted to end today. Sometimes people see the face of what we're doing, but they don't always see the behind the scenes. So yeah, maybe Matt, you can just finish up today, kind of just close us out. From my perspective, thank you very much for everyone that's been part of this. Thank you for all those projects that have been here. Appreciate those guys are still here. And yeah, looking forward to kind of a big final tomorrow. And yeah, then hopefully we can announce some of the new projects for cohort number 2.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's definitely been an amazing time. I look forward to the final day of the TDeFi Virtual Summit tomorrow. Looks like it'll be starting at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is about 2 p.m. UTC.
Yeah, and 6 p.m. Dubai time. Thanks, guys.
Absolutely.
6 p.m. Dubai time. Yep.
Catch you tomorrow.
Bye.
Cheers,
See
guys.
you guys. Bye.